interrogator's voice. They asking why I do it. I tell them I had no choice. Couldn't take a threat or a risk to my family, so throw the book at me. I take them charges happily. Ain't no need for no polygraphs or forensics. I put that fucker in a body bag, I'll admit it. Fuck a sentence or the jury that would convict me. They don't understand it's my family, they represent me. So for them, I risk my freedom, roll the dice. I ain't got much more for you crackers. Go ahead and give me life. You don't know what it's like. For the people that you love, they ain't there to get salutes. They ain't there to give you hugs. The same that done pulled me from the dirt and from the mud. It's gone because of who? Y'all rather shed your blood. My brother's kids like my other kids. If you touch them, fuck around, get another bid plus 10. Put me in a super max. I get super jack, working out every day. Canteen super stack, cool with that. Long as it mean my daughter's safe. My brother's winning, that's a chance I take. Still my faith. I do anything to keep my brother's safe. I'm putting food on my daughter's plate. You fucking losers, y'all just can't relate. You all nigga, you will find me on the first 48. I got wives at the gate, they all that stand beside me. Kids that can't see me fall, look at me proudly. Respected by men with honor up on their name. You harm one of them, I promise that you'll see pain. I'm one West train, made an oath to uphold it. Stood with my back against the wall, never folded. Grew up in the city where the love ain't brotherly. I ain't had too many friends, I ain't need the company. I'm my father's son, so I'm cool, just don't fuck with me. I say that you my homie, you're my brother, then you stuck with me. Never turn my back on mine, it's to the dirt. You cross them across that line, I end you first. But only make it worse, cause loyalty hard to find. Never think cause you out of sight, you out of mind. And I don't mind dying now, cause reincarnation got me coming back. Same scars in my heart aching. Be parlaying with killers from all places. Every last one of them for me a broad day shit. So what you think? I won't do it for them. Once they let me out the cell, shit, I do it again. It's for the family. I do anything to keep my brother safe. I'm putting food on my daughter's plate. You fucking losers, y'all just can't relate. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. Find me on the first 48. Find me on the first 48. I do anything to keep my people safe. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48.
Dear Lord, I hope you hear my prayers. Because we really need you down here. From all the pain that we going through, we know that you're real, so can you fall through? Father, have mercy when we call on you.
The nigga make the wrong move, he make his ass out the league. He ain't one of us hit the
niggas gon' retreat. I keep it low to the team. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet, got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. You see this look that's on my face, bitch, I'm for real with it. I hit the streets, but on my bitch was in the field with it. You soft as cotton, just an after Uncle Phil with it. And then my targets on the move, but I can still hit it. Hey, I speak true cause it's necessary. Gullah Jack revolutionary. Cold on them like January. Commander General is a visionary. Soul food, no sweets. Your preacher man, he's sweet. Matter of fact, he weak. It's wartime, fuck people. Think you hard, nigga, you ain't. Fuck with us, nigga, you can't. You smart cars, we takes. We form up in ranks. We body bag this rap shit. All black, no white shit. Real life, no cap, bitch. Fall on them, that's cap shit. I keep it on to the team. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet, got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Go ahead.
Shalom Israel. This is the Tuesday Brotherhood class. Shalom, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to all the brothers. Yahweh Shemal Atah Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to all the sisters. Again, this is the Tuesday Brotherhood Law class. Shalaki, the Brotherhood class. Let's give a hand. I know everybody been paying attention, you know what I'm saying, to what's been going on in the world. You know, things are starting to get, more crazy. Specifically speaking about what's going on in Afghanistan right now. You know, they got the Taliban, they took over the whole country, huh? Right. Yeah, I mean, it's like a scene out of a movie, you know what I'm saying? You got, people trying to jump on a plane while the plane is moving, you know what I'm saying? Like they thought they was gonna be able to survive in the air, you know what I'm saying? Like, how high does a plane go up? 30,000 feet. They thought they was gonna be able to survive at 30,000 feet. That's crazy, you know what I'm saying? But that just goes to show, that, we always prophesy, you know what I'm saying, about this place, coming to an end. And these are just some of the signs and some of the times, you know what I'm saying, that we have to pay attention to, you know what I'm saying, and acknowledge that, this place is definitely, coming to an end here shortly. I know we had brought out, a couple weeks ago, there was like 5 major factors, that contributed, to a, to the end of a society. You know what I'm saying? And one of them was uncontrollable population movements, Right. I think they got 100,000, in Afghanistan, Afghanis, they got to move, you know what I'm saying, up out of that country, to be safe from the Taliban, you know what I'm saying? If that's not an uncontrollable population movement, I don't know what it is, you know what I'm saying? Another one was, new epidemic diseases, the Lord brought that COVID, the COVID-1, you know what I'm saying? And, America, came out with a virus, trying to end it, but this is the thing about it, things don't end until the Lord say they end.
That's right, bro.
And so, they wanted to try to end, this COVID, but the Lord wasn't ready, you know what I'm saying? So the Lord said, here, take this, here go COVID-2.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? A more aggressive, strain, and just all, different kind of, other diseases that's going on in the world, being over here in America that we might not be privy to, that are happening overseas, And I think the third, was failing states, leading to increased warfare. Again, this thing that's going on in Afghanistan, this is increased warfare.
Right.
All right. The Taliban has taken over a whole country, not just a capital or a city. They have taken over the whole country of Afghanistan. Right. They say the military. Somebody asked me, what about the military? You know what I'm saying? I was talking to someone I knew, that worked over there. He said, the Afghan army, threw their guns one way and threw their uniforms the other way. You know what I'm saying? They said the president. The president over there, he was in his, presidential limo. He hopped on the highway, started running with everybody else, trying to get up out of there, you know what I'm saying? If that's not a failing state, I mean, what is? You got the president to say, the hell with this. The presidency is overrated. You know what I'm saying? He said the presidency is overrated. Another one was, the collapse of trade routes. You know what I'm saying? I think, in 2021, this is... The U.S. has plunged, to the lowest financial crisis, since the last one in 2008. And then the fifth was climate control, the climate. I mean, look at what's going on. They said, this is supposed to be the hottest year, like in a long time. So there's a lot of things, that's going on, in this world, and to the ones that's not just, just going on about their everyday life, just taking everything for granted, the ones that are actually paying attention to what's going on here, again, these are signs and times that are described, in the Bible, and if we just look and we pay attention to what's going on, we can correlate that, and what's to the prophecies that are in the Bible, you understand? So, again, all this craziness just is perfect, for this brotherhood class, because, all this lets the children of Israel know that we need to come together.
Right.
Because it's going to be a time, when everybody is fighting one another. And while everybody is fighting one another, we need to gather with one another.
Right.
So we can become stronger, because if the whole world is fighting each other, all right, it's only going to be a matter of time. I mean, like we're not exempt.
Right.
Everybody, they're going to be trying to fight us as well. But we need to do, what these scriptures say, and come together. So when all these things, that are happening in the world, when all these things start to escalate, one thing that we will have is each other.
Right.
We will have each other to lean on. And that just brings us into the lesson for today. What is the meaning of brotherhood? Like in the world, when I was in the world, I'm thinking brotherhood is, hey, I hang with my homies every day. Hey, they let me hit they, smoke their reefer. I let them smoke my reefer. We go out in the streets. We try to get money together. And I thought that was brotherhood.
Right.
But what I learned, very fast is, everybody in the streets, is out for self. They'll be your brother, but for a short time.
Right.
And to a time to where, things that their back is up against the wall so much where it's like, okay, well, I got to do what I got to do. And then, that person that you called your brother, that so-called, friend that you had, no longer becomes your friend, because of circumstances,
Right.
Because of the oppression, that we suffer in America, turn friends into foes, turns friends into enemies, turns family into enemies. All right, so, again, what is the true meaning of brotherhood? So if I ask anyone in this room, what is the meaning of brotherhood, can I get some examples? Anybody want to, give an example of what's brotherhood?
I'll say long suffering.
Long suffering. So when you say long suffering, what do you mean by long suffering?
Like, if I could. So basically, like saying, like, you know, everybody in this truth don't think the same way. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, like Peter asked Christ, like, how many times must I forgive my brother? You know, he said 70 times 7. Man, you keep on forgiving them. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I see long suffering. We suffer together as well in this hell.
I'm right, and you brought out a happy point. You know, in the scriptures when it says, how many times shall I forgive my brother? It says 70 times 7. That does not mean 1,400 times.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know that. You know when Christ is saying 70 times 7, that means you continuously, you know what I'm saying, forgive your brother.
Right.
All right. You know, you should always have in your heart, you know what I'm saying, to forgive your brother.
Right.
Because I mean, you would want somebody to forgive you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you know, that's how, you know, we as a nation, you know what I'm saying, differ from these other nations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, if we continuously forgive one another, you know, then we are continuously showing love. You know what I'm saying? We are continuously, you know, showing compassion, you know, for one another. And that's how you build a nation. You know what I'm saying? That's how a nation becomes more strong. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, you know what I'm saying, let, you know, a brother offend you, you know, to the point where you violate someone.
Right.
All right? And so that was very heavy, you know what I'm saying, what you brought out. You know what I'm saying? Give me something else, you know what I'm saying? Like, slack. No slack. Give me a phone. Change that for me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, what else, you know what I'm saying, comes to mind when we speak about brotherhood?
Because the sister in the chat says accountability.
Accountability, damn sure right, accountability, you know what I'm saying? Damn right, you know what I'm saying? Because if you say you love your brother, you know what I'm saying, well then, you know, you are going to be accountable for one another.
Right.
That brother or that sister, you know what I'm saying, is your responsibility, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, if someone, you know, and on the flip side of that, you know what I'm saying, if a brother does something or a sister does something that might offend, you know, another brother or sister, you know what I'm saying, being a brother or sister will be taking accountability, you know what I'm saying, for that act that you did, you know, to offend that brother or that sister, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's why, you know, we have, you know what I'm saying, you know, we do what the scriptures say. You know, if a brother or sister are offended, you know what I'm saying, we do what Matthew 18:15 say. You know, we go to that brother, we go to that sister and say, hey, Salaki, you know, you offended me. Right. We give that brother or that sister a chance to take accountability, you know what I'm saying, for the offense that they have done. Right. You know what I'm saying? But this is the thing. Once that brother or once that sister apologizes and says, Salakia, you know what I'm saying, my fault, I didn't mean to offend you, or I'm sorry that I offended you. You know, that's the end of it. You know what I'm saying? You don't carry that on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all right. You ain't mean that. I don't think you meant that. You know what I'm saying? But I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? You know, if that brother or that sister, you know what I'm saying, apologizes to you, well, then you give that brother or sister, the benefit of the doubt. Right. You understand? Because just like the brother brought out, you know what I'm saying, we are to forgive our brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, 70 times 7 continuously. Right.
So like if I could just add one more. Brotherhood is definitely, you know, sacrifice. Like it's easy, like you said, like it's easy, you know what I'm saying, like share a blunt with your brother, you know what I'm saying, like celebrate, you know, holidays or like come together, you know, make money with your brother, but it's like how much more brotherhood do you have to show to put the blunt down for your brother? Right. Stop making that illegal, you know, that drug money with your brother, or, you know, stop gathering with your family on these wicked holidays. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's all I want to add.
No, damn right, priest. Like, you know, what you brought out is so true. You know, are you willing, you know, to sacrifice a bag, you know what I'm saying, to show love to your brother? Right. You know what I'm saying? Are you willing, you know, to sacrifice your wants and your needs, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, for another brother or sister? You know, you might have, you know what I'm saying, a few dollars, and you're like, man, I'm about to go do this, I'm about to go do this. Then your brother and sister, you know what I'm saying, you find out that they're hungry or that they are in need. Right. Are you willing to sacrifice, you know what I'm saying, the things that you want? Right. You know what I'm saying? Are you willing to sacrifice your needs So you can make sure that brother or sister is toward,
Right.
make sure they good. So damn right, you know what I'm saying, sacrifice, you know, it is damn sure, you know, one of the things that come to, you know, mind, you know, when we speak about brotherhood. You know, I got a couple myself, you know, like correction.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A brother or sister being able to take correction, you know, because if you're not able, you know, to take correction, then how can you truly, you know what I'm saying, say that you know, you love your brother, you know what I'm saying, or you love your sister? Because if you're doing something, you know, that should not be done, and a brother or sister comes to you and they say, hey, Salaki, you know, hey, this, you know what I'm saying, this ain't how this should be done, and you're not willing to accept that, are you being a brother? Are you being a sister? The brother just brought out sacrifice, but that just sounds like selfishness to me.
Right.
You understand? Devotion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Devoting yourself, you know, to you know what I'm saying, to a brother. You know? And it's Isupk, we devote ourselves to each other. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because we are all on one accord.
Right.
We are all, you know what I'm saying, in this for the same thing. We are all devoting ourselves to each other, you know what I'm saying, to serve Christ. You know what I'm saying? To bring about this kingdom of heaven, you know?
Right.
To wake up, you know, the dead in Israel. To wake up, you know, the lost tribes, you know? Alright? Somebody give me the definition of brotherhood, Baba Kashar. Let's see what the world says that brotherhood is. Let's see if the world is on the same page, you know what I'm saying, with us as far as, you know, speaking about brotherhood. And throw out for that too, please.
Brotherhood. The relationship between brothers.
Let me get this definition right here. Read that for me right there.
The quality or state of being brothers.
So, you know what I'm saying, very, very similar, you know what I'm saying. This one says the quality or state of being brothers, okay? Well, us as the 12 tribes of Israel, you know what I'm saying, we are kinfolk, you know what I'm saying? All right? This is a kinship, all right? We're all from the same nation.
Right.
So we are all brothers and sisters in some way, all right? Let me get Genesis 35 and 22, Baba Kashar. All of the Genesis 35 and 22. All of the 12 tribes descend from one man, okay? And that man is Jacob, all right? And Jacob's name was changed to Israel, all right? And Israel had 12 sons, all right? And out of those 12 sons comes the 12 nations of Israel. So we are all family first and foremost. We are all kin first and foremost. All right? You got that?
I got it.
Read that book.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 35, verse 22. And it came to pass, when Israel dwelled in the land, that Reuben went and lay with Bilhah, his father, concubine. And Israel heard it. Now the sons of Jacob were 12.
It says, now the sons of Jacob was 12. And when it comes, you know, to being a nation, we all come from somewhere, all right? A father has a son, that son, you know what I'm saying, has another son, that son has a son, all right? And it goes down, you know what I'm saying, the generation, all right? And so now it says that now the sons of Jacob were 12. Keep reading.
Verse 23. The sons of Leah, Reuben, Jacob's firstborn, and Simeon, and Levi.
So Reuben, Simeon, and Levi, they come, who was their mother?
Leah.
Leah was the mother of Reuben, Simeon, and Levi. All right? So that's why, you know, when you look on the 12 tribes chart, I'm sure, you know, everybody has almost heard of the 12 tribes chart, but if you haven't heard of the 12 tribes chart, you know what I'm saying, we have on one side the biblical names, all right, and that's what we're reading right now, the biblical names, Reuben, Simeon, and Levi, okay? That would, let me see, let me get this real quick, so I don't make no mistakes.
It's a little bit more than
Salaki, keep reading that book.
And Judah and Isupk and Zebulun.
So all those was the sons of Leah.
Come on, sir.
All right, and again, you know, Jacob had 12 sons with the 12 tribes of Israel, and he brought out Judah. Judah is the biblical name for the Israelites.
Right.
All right, for the tribe of Judah, which would be the so-called, you know, African American man in the United States today.
Right.
All right. Levi would be the so-called Haitian. That's in America. Well, Salakia. That's in North. On you know what I'm saying, the northern hemisphere. You know what I'm saying. Simeon would be the Dominicans. All right. And Reuben would be the Seminole Indians. All right. And so those, you know, would be, you know, the tribes, you know, that are here, you know what I'm saying, over here on the west.
Right.
All right? I keep wanting to say, you know what I'm saying, North America, you know what I'm saying? That's what I keep wanting to say. Continue reading that.
Verse 24. The sons of Rachel, Joseph and Benjamin.
So like it says the sons of Rachel was Joseph and Benjamin. But if you know anything about the 12 tribes, you know that we don't say there's a tribe of Joseph.
Right.
Alright?
Right.
Because what it is Joseph had two sons, Ephraim and Manasseh.
Right.
Okay? So Ephraim would be the Puerto Ricans today, and Manasseh would be the Cubans today.
Right.
Okay? So they are part of the 12 tribes. So again, they had a son Joseph, but it was counted, you know what I'm saying, these 12 tribes, Joseph's sons, Ephraim and Manasseh. Alright, read.
Verse 25. And the sons of Bilhah, Rachel's handmaid, Dan and Naphtali.
Alright, so the handmaid, she had two sons, which was Dan and Naphtali. And again, when you see that 12 tribes chart, you do not see Dan. Why? Because Dan, Salaki, correct me if I'm wrong, they had combined with Manasseh. Is that correct? Yeah, Dan had combined with Manasseh. So that's where you get the tribe of Dan. They are, again, intertwined with the tribe of Manasseh.
Right.
And what was that last? Naphtali? All right, and Naphtali would be, you know what I'm saying, from Argentina, you know what I'm saying, to South America, from Argentina to Chile. All right? So those are the 12, you know what I'm saying, 12 sons that we descend from.
Right.
All right? That's why we're blood brothers, you understand?
That's right.
We are a family by blood.
Right.
All right? We are kinfolk.
Right.
So everybody, you know what I'm saying, you know, you can't walk around here calling everybody your brother. Okay?
Right.
Because these other nations are not your kinfolk. Right. These other nations are not your blood. All right? So what does it profit us, you know what I'm saying? What is the profit of being, you know what I'm saying, from the nation of Israel? Are we just like any other nation? Does it matter? Are we all not the same? Are we all created equal? What is the benefit to being from the tribe of Israel? Let me get Exodus 3 and 6. Because there is an advantage from being from the tribe, from the nation of Israel. I thank the Lord every day, you know what I'm saying, that I'm from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
Because I could be on the outside looking in.
Right.
I could be a Moabite.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I could be a, you know what I'm saying, an Edomite.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I could be a Ishmaelite. I could be from any other nation.
Right.
But I thank the Lord every day that I'm an Israelite, and this is why.
That's right.
Read that.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 3, verse 6. Moreover, he said, I am the God of thy father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob.
But I thought that God was, you know what I'm saying, the God of everybody. I thought that, you know what I'm saying, that God is everybody's God. That he is the God of everybody. But this said, I am the God of thy father.
That's right.
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Those are my forefathers, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So right here, it lets you know that he is talking about the nation of Israel.
Right.
He is saying that he is the God of the Israelites. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
That's right.
Read.
And Moses hid his face.
All right, Salaki, that's it on that. Let me get Romans 9 and 7. So he's telling you who he's the God of. So he's not the God of everybody. He's not the God of the Chinese man. He's not the God of the white man. He's not the God of the Arab man.
Right.
And we know this by scripture because he said, moreover, I am the God of thy father.
Right.
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And he was talking to who? He was talking to Moses. Does anyone know what nation Moses was from? Go ahead, priest.
Like it was a Levite.
Moses was a Levite from what nation?
From the nation of Israel.
From the nation of Israel. So he was talking to a specific, he is the God of a specific group of people.
That's right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So anytime you hear somebody else, you know what I'm saying, that, oh, they're, you know, that God is their God and they're not a black, Hispanic, or Native American, well then you know they're lying. And not because we say it, it's because the scripture say it.
That's right.
You understand? Let me get, you got that?
Come
Romans
on.
9 and 7?
Come.
Alright.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 7. Neither, because they are the seed of Abraham, are thy all children.
It doesn't matter if they're the seed of Abraham. Abraham had many children.
That's right.
Right?
Right.
So you know, I know, you know, it's just, you know, like the Arabs like to say, you know, and the Ishmaelites say, well, our father is Abraham too.
Right.
We don't give a damn if your father is Abraham because that don't matter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it says what?
Right.
Neither because.
Are they all children?
Neither
sorry.
because they are the seed of Abraham are they all the children.
Right.
But read.
But in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
But in Isaac shall thy seed be called. You have to descend from Isaac. You have to descend from Jacob.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Read.
Verse 8. That is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of God.
They're not the children of who?
Of God.
They're not the children of God. So if you say you're from Abraham and Abraham is your father, well that's fine. That's true.
Right.
But verse 8 just said you're not the children of God. All right. Just because you come from Abraham does not make you a child of God.
That's right.
Read.
But the children of the promise are counted for the seed.
The children of the what?
The promise.
The children of the what?
The promise.
The children of the promise are counted as the seed.
That's right.
So that's the advantage of being an Israelite.
Right.
You were given a promise above or like separate from these other nations, separate from these other children.
Right.
You were given a promise. All right? So that's the advantage that you have of being an Israelite. And that's why I thank the Lord, you know what I'm saying, for making me an Israelite, because I could have been any other nation.
Right.
But because I am an Israelite, you know what I'm saying, the Lord, you know what I'm saying, gave my forefather promises, you know what I'm saying, that trickled on down to us. All right? Another, you know, synonym that they used for brotherhood was fellowship and alliance. All right, let me get Psalms 133 and 1. And so the definition of fellowship, it says friendly association, especially with people who share one's interests. Okay? A a friendly association, especially with people who share the same interests. Well, me and my brothers, we fellowship all the time.
Right. That's right.
Me and my brothers are family, you know what I'm saying? We bring our, you know what I'm saying, raise our children up together.
Right.
You understand? You got that 133?
Yeah, come.
Let me get that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 133, verse 1. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is.
What?
How good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
How good and how pleasant it is for brothers to dwell in unity. And that is a testament to our fellowship. You know what I'm saying? We have a damn good time when I'm around. I have a damn good time when I'm around my brothers.
Right.
When I'm not around my brothers, I don't even feel right.
Right.
I can't wait to get around my brothers. Why? Because it's pleasant, you know what I'm saying? And it's good for me to dwell with my brothers in unity. Why? Because me and my brothers, we on the same page. Right. Me and my brothers, we fighting for the same thing. Me and my brothers we have the same thoughts. Me and my brothers, we have the same ways.
That's right.
And I love being around my brothers. I came up out of the world, you know what I'm saying, being around, when I was in the world, I'm being around, you know, people that I thought was my brothers,
right.
thought was my friends. Right. And even around my friends, I got to watch my back. Dang. I got to, you know what I'm saying, keep a clutch on my pockets. Right. I got to keep an eye on my women. Right. Because even because they say, even that they say that they are my friends, I still have to watch them because I can't trust them because they say one thing and do another.
Right.
But not here.
That's
not
right.
in this Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge.
That's right.
I don't have to worry about my wife. I send my wife with my brother so she protected.
That's
you
right.
Know what I'm saying? Go ahead, preach.
Nah, Salaki, to your point, you know, it's heavy what you're bringing out because, like, the laws of brotherhood in the world are diametrically opposed to the laws of God. Because, like, in the world, we'll say, it ain't no fun if the homies can't have none.
Right.
So, like, that means, like, I come across a female and I deal with her, then I pass her off to this brother, he pass her off to the next brother, he pass her off to the next brother, and that's considered brotherhood in the world. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's even really, for you to even to keep a woman is considered some sucker stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, we say you putting cuffs on her. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, like, why you tripping? Like, she for everybody. Like everybody have a turn with her. Right. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord is completely against that. So, like, it's like the reason being is, man, brotherhood in the world is it's not subject to the laws of God, man. Our brotherhood is based on the laws of the Most High.
Damn right. Mm-hmm. And what that priest, you know what I'm saying, is telling is the truth. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, this world teaches us to be against our God. Right. They want to teach us everything that is contrary to our God. Right. Like the brother was bringing out. In the world, we passing on around. The Lord say if you passing on around, that's a sin.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord say if you lay with that woman, you take that woman, then she yours forever. Right. There is no giving her up. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so what that priest brought out, you know what I'm saying, is the truth. All right? And like I say, around my brothers, you know, I can leave, you know what I'm saying, thousands of dollars around my brother. I can come back, you know what I'm saying, 6 months later, won't a dollar be missing.
That's right.
Right.
You know why? Because my brothers fear the Lord, you know what I'm saying? Right. More than they fear anything else.
Right.
Because, you know what I'm saying, if a brother steals from another brother, he don't have to worry about me.
Right.
He got to deal with the Lord and what judgment and what punishment the Lord is going to bring on him.
That's right.
You know, for saying that he loves the Lord, for saying that he's following the Lord, but he's being, you know what I'm saying, but he's out here stealing. Saying he loves the Lord, you know, but he's out here, you know, sleeping with women, you know what I'm saying, and doing away with them. Right. Saying that he loves the Lord, you know, but speaking evil things, you know what I'm saying, about his brother. Right. Talking behind his brother's back. Right. That's why in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we don't worry about those things. Because the commanding general Hana, on down to the rest of the generals, on down to the captains, on down to the officers, to the troopers, young men, sisters, brotherhood is our foundation. Right. Love is our foundation. Accountability for one another is our foundation. Compassion, all of these things, you know, that come to mind when you speak of brotherhood, That is our foundation. Go ahead, priest.
I just want to get the simple definition of brotherhood.
Mm-hmm.
It's an association, society, or community of people linked by a common interest, religion or trade. You know, and I'm saying why you break it down. You know what I'm saying? Because we linked by a common interest, serving the Lord.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what the brotherhood is made of, serving the Lord. You know,
damn right. I mean, you taking part of my lesson out, but you know what I'm saying? Damn right. You're spot on. You know what I'm saying? No. That's right. But damn right. You know, we have a common interest in here in our Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge.
Right.
One, to serve the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And by serving the Lord, you know what I'm saying, waking up, you know what I'm saying, the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
That is our, you know what I'm saying, that's our common interest. First, our common interest is fearing the Lord.
Right.
We fear the Lord so much that I'm not going to steal from my brother. Right. I'm not going to try to talk to his wife behind his back. Right. Because like I just said, we don't worry about one another. It's not that I fear what my brother's going to do to me. You know what I'm saying, or anything like that. It's what the Lord is going to do to me.
That's right.
Because I can sneak behind my brother's back, but I can't sneak behind the Lord's back.
That's right.
The Lord sees all. So I don't have to deal with my brother. I have to deal with the Lord. Right. And I don't know about y'all, but I know, you know what I'm saying, the Lord could kill me at the snap of a finger.
Right.
Yes, the Lord shows us mercy. Yes, the Lord, you know what I'm saying, is giving us grace. But also at the same time, the Lord can take you up out of here.
That's
you know what I'm saying? ASAP. Alright? Let me get 1 John 4:20. Because, you know, like I say, we can say we love one another. You know what I'm saying? But again, we say we love one another, but then we go and we transgress our brother. You know what I'm saying? We do something, you know what I'm saying, that we know is going to harm our brother. Or we do something to our brother that we just know, you know, it's just damn right, you know what I'm saying, downright, you know what I'm saying, hateful.
Right.
You know? You see you got that, priest?
Mm-hmm.
Papa say.
No sweat. This is the book of 1 John chapter 4, verse 20. If a man say I love God and hateth his brother, he is a liar.
If a man say he love God but hate his brother, then he's a liar. You can't be kicking this, I'm righteous, I love the Lord, you know what I'm saying, and all this, but then you got hate in your heart for your brother. Continue reading Bible Kishar.
For he that loveth not his brother, whom he hath seen, how can he love God, whom he hath not seen?
How in the hell can you love you know what I'm saying, you say you love God, I mean you love your brother, you see him, you don't mean Salaki. How could you love not your brother who you see every day, you understand? But then turn around and say you love God who you've never seen.
Right.
That's why the Lord say, you know what I'm saying, if you say that you love God but have hate in your heart for your brother, that you're a liar.
Right.
You just out here faking the funk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like I say, we don't fear one another, we fear the Lord.
Right.
I would hate for the Most High to tell me, like, nigga, you hating on your brother. How the hell you love me? How you gonna love me? Nigga, you don't love me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You just, you know, moving your lips goddamn 100 miles an hour.
Right.
That's all. You just bumping your gums.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's why over here, again, our foundation is brotherhood.
That's right.
Because we truly love the Lord. And I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to be looked at as a liar in the eyes of the Most High.
Right.
So I'm going to sacrifice, you know what I'm saying, for my brother. I'm going to genuinely love my brother. You understand? So I think we're about to touch on what you say. You know, another, you know, synonym, you know, for brotherhood was alliance. All right? Alliance, the state of being joined or associated. That's what you just brought out, right? The state of being joined or associated. Let me get 1 Corinthians 1 and 10, Baba Kashar.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 1, verse 10. Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, that ye all speak the same thing.
That you speak the same thing, right?
And that there be no divisions among you.
That there be no divisions among you.
But that ye be perfectly joined together.
Perfectly what?
Joined together.
Perfectly what?
Joined together.
Alliance says the state of being joined. We in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we are aligned with one another.
Right.
Why? Because we are perfectly joined together.
Right.
Joined together in what?
Perfectly joined together in the same mind.
The same mind. We speak the same thing. We walk the same walk. We talk the same walk. Why? Because we're perfectly joined together.
Right.
Read.
And in the same judgment.
And in the same judgment. You understand? So, you know what I'm saying? When we say, brotherhood is a weapon, we mean brotherhood is a weapon.
Right.
When we say that we are perfectly aligned, we're joined together, there's no division among us. We're speaking the same things. All right? We are perfectly joined in the same mind and in the same judgment. We're not going to be no hypocrites, you know what I'm saying, to be out here talking about, you know what I'm saying, we're aligned with one another and out here, coming together and teaching different doctrines. Teaching different things. One group is over here believes in this, another group over here believes in that, this group believes in this, and you say, what? Hey, let's look good for Israel. Even though you have all these different beliefs, even though we have all these different beliefs, let's come together.
Right, the appearance.
Doing it for the appearance.
Unity doctrine.
Because the scriptures say that there be no division among you.
That's right.
You might come together for a time, but in the mind, y'all are divided.
Right.
Go ahead, priest.
If I could, what the priest is bringing out is super heavy because, there are Christians that have all sorts of different beliefs. They'll believe that, a Catholic will believe, you gotta do this or do that. And then a Christian will believe, you don't have to circumcise, you don't have to follow any of the laws, or so on and so forth. And even, it's so bad that even, fake Israelites, even they have vastly different doctrines. Some of them believe disgusting things. Priest and Officer Congabar, you wouldn't believe.
I believe it. I believe
and other ones will believe even equally as disgusting things that you would not believe.
Right. And
they feel like that they should come together because that's what the Bible says, when really it means that they're supposed to find the true understanding of brotherhood and not just fake the funk. You know what I'm saying? Not just act like, not just put on a front and be like, oh, I love them because they are Israelite too. Well, some Israelites, Salakia, some fake Israelites believe that you could touch little babies, you can marry a 14-year-old girl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And in Christ, and all my brothers in the Isupk, I feel that I can speak for them and say, we don't want none of that in here.
You can't speak for all of us, because again, we are all of the same mind. We are all perfectly joined together. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So damn right, what you're saying, again, is super heavy because these brothers get out here with all these different doctrines and they come together for appearance, but are they doing what the scriptures say?
Right.
Salaki, give me that again. Give me one. Sorry, go ahead. You can give me that too. You know what I'm saying? You want to bring it on? Give me that there be no divisions among you.
And that there be no division among you.
The scripture said there be no divisions among you. So, you know what I'm saying? You can't be divided in your beliefs.
Right.
You can't be divided in what you teach. You can't be divided. Read.
But that ye be perfectly joined together.
It doesn't say joined. It says perfectly joined.
That's right.
Perfectly joined. You have to be perfect. You have to be on the same page, aligned together.
Right.
Be on one accord. What does Scripture say? You know what I'm saying? He said, me and my Father are on one accord.
Right.
They are perfectly joined together. They are aligned together. So that's why, you know, when we say, you know, the Isupk is the home of the truth, we don't give a damn what nobody said. Because it doesn't take much, you know what I'm saying, to see, you know, what the Christian church, that the Christian church is not the truth. Right. It doesn't take much to show that these other Israelite groups don't have the truth. You know what they are? They're hypocrites. That's what all the Christian, I'm gonna just, again, fake Israelites and the Christian church, they're the same. They're Christians.
That's right.
That's it. They're Christians. And they are the Christian church is the biggest hypocrite. Christians are the biggest hypocrite because they say that they are in the truth, right? But the scripture said that they be perfectly joined. You can't be perfectly joined out here, you know what I'm saying, with all these different beliefs. Go ahead. I know you wanted to bring some out, Priest. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to bring out that Amos.
Go ahead, Priest.
The book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed?
Good night. Can two walk together except they be agreed? You can come together, but can you walk together?
Right.
Can you move forward together? Can you progress together? Read. I mean, Salakia. Go ahead.
The water, Salakia, if I could. So, what you're saying is heavy because, like, what the priest was bringing out about the unity camps, right, and all that. You know, like you said, it's for appearances because it's for a photo op. But after the photo op is over with, okay, if brothers was to get together and pose together and all that, what can we do together when we don't agree with each other? Like, if it's the body of Christ, how can the hand have a different mission than the leg and the foot?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like how can the hand be like, I'm over here doing this while the whole body trying to go over here and shop for groceries? The hand is over here trying to play video games. Like that doesn't make any sense, man. Like everybody has to be going in the same direction. And that's the hypocrisy of these unity camps. The very fact that they got to put unity on it is like them putting Black Lives Matter.
Right.
We say Black Lives Matter because we know Black lives don't matter.
Right.
That's the point. You know what I'm saying? So when you say unity camps, you're really saying we're not united. We're just all standing here together. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, man. It's really like what they call that, man. It's word games. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For the sake of, man. But like if you in the truth, if you're dealing with the truth and you're in the truth, then you have to walk in the truth, man. And like how Priest Gahan was bringing out, he said that perfectly joined. But that perfection is the law, man. It's the spirit of the law. That's how we're perfectly joined because, like how you was bringing out earlier, if we're dealing with offenses amongst each other, we have to deal with it perfectly. It's letting the law of the Lord take its place and take its course, man. But these brothers can have different doctrines, different beliefs, get together, take a photo, and then go their separate ways and live how they want to live, man. There's no accountability. Like how you say, man, that's how we know when we call y'all fake Israelites, what we really trying to tell y'all is y'all ain't got no brotherhood, man. Because at the foundation of this truth is brotherhood, man. Salakia.
Right. Salakia, if I could, right behind that. Like, how you gonna leave where you learn the truth at, and then start your own thing, and then rearrange and remix everything, and then try to have a unity camp? Like, us in the Isupk, man, we ain't trying to have no unity camps. Because this is what the truth is, you know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't no break-offs. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't, like, the brotherhood and the unity is implied. We don't have to, you know, pose and, you know what I'm saying, try to take photos and try to pose like we unified, like we here. You know what I'm saying? And we not leaving, Lord willing. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to add.
And we want unity with our brothers. But what we won't sacrifice is our integrity to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because again, you know, we serve the Lord.
Right.
We're not here, you know what I'm saying, to look good, you know what I'm saying, in front of man. Somebody give me 1 Corinthians 14 and 23. We're here to serve the Lord. And we're going to do what the Lord said. The Lord tell us to be perfectly joined, we are going to be perfectly joined. The Lord tell us to teach the same thing, we are going to teach the same thing.
Right.
If the Lord says, you know, He don't want no divisions among us, well, we're going to Zephaniah 2 and 1, and we're going to gather ourselves together, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, like Psalms 133 said, you know what I'm saying, how good and pleasant, you know what I'm saying, it is to dwell with my brothers in unity.
That's right. Right. That's right.
Unity. Not a fake unity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not coming together, you know what I'm saying, just to show, you know what I'm saying, people like, you know what? They probably, Salaki, never mind. Go ahead, priest.
Nah, I was just gonna piggyback right behind you, priest. Salaki. I was gonna say, like, unity is more than just like being in the same room with a brother. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's having a mission and striving for the same thing with a brother and being in total agreement and working towards that thing and not letting whatever pride you might have or thing come to the table to halt that mission, man.
Right.
And you know a Christian would never understand that. A Christian doesn't have a mission. A Christian's mission is to get paid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A Christian's mission is to, make it the next Sunday and get more congregants to get more money.
Right.
And, fake Israelites, some of them brothers might have good hearts, just like the Black Panthers might have had, but they're not doing it according to knowledge. They got zeal, but it's not according to knowledge, man. And to be truly united, you got to come back home, man. You got to get back with your family, get back where this all started, and get back where the Lord is at, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And right here in the Isupk, we are united. We are united against the enemies of Christ. We are united with our brothers to serve our brothers and our people according to God, man, and according to how they need to be served. Loved and taken care of. Salaki.
No sweat, because, like the scriptures say, be perfectly joined in the same mind. You know what I'm saying? Like the priest brought out, we could all be in the same room, but if we are not in agreement, you know what I'm saying, on this or that, we are not, you know what I'm saying, perfectly joined in the same mind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't say perfectly joined in your actions, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't say, you know what I'm saying, be perfectly joined in your looks, you know what I'm saying? It says be perfectly joined in the same mind.
That's right. That's right.
And that's heavy, you know what I'm saying?
Heavy.
You want to say something, priest?
Oh, just real quick, you know what I'm saying? And like, what it goes to say, like, and what it really does is misled the sheep, and misled our people.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? About the unity, like the unity, talking about unity, but there's no unity. You come to ISBK, we already unified. We walk in these streets, we walk the same, we talk the same. If another brother, if somebody in the world comes with his brother, that brother will say the same thing, the other brother gonna say. And I just want to bring out a scripture, you know what I'm saying? About these, you know what I'm saying?
What scripture you finna bring out? Cause I'm tired of going into my lecture. What scripture you about to bring out?
It's gonna be Matthew 23.
Okay, bring it out.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 23, verse 27. Woe to them, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye are like unto a white how you spell that? A white sepulchre, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but within full of dead man bones and all of uncleanness. Basically, like, they come around, look, the sepulchre is like basically a tomb where they got buried in it, basically back in Christ, you know what I'm saying? And they put it so beautiful and everything, like a tombstone, you know what I'm saying? So with these fake groups, these all purple faggots, like you know what I'm saying? They look all beautiful, get our people think they righteous. Like these preachers, these Christian pastors, with their two-piece suit on, with their Steve Madden's on, you know what I'm saying? Our people think that's righteous, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have unity, man. They don't have it.
Yeah, right. No, that's heavy, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I say, you keep getting ahead of me in my lesson, you know what I'm saying? Go to Jeremiah 23:1 for me, you know what I'm saying? So I can touch on what you said, because, again, exactly, these fake Israelite groups, these Christian churches, they are scattering the flock.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this is the time that we need to be gathering the flock. Right. And so if you're not gathering the flock, then you are scattering the flock.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to slow down. Go ahead. Bring that out, Baba Kasha. Jeremiah 23:1, Baba Kasha. So you see that, like, this is spiritual right now. Me and this brother, you know what I'm saying, we are in the same mind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
This brother, you know what I'm saying, he bringing it out.
That's right.
You know, same thing, you know what I'm saying, that we got lined up to touch on.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We're not teaching no different doctrines over here, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bring that out, Baba Yeshua.
Come. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors.
So the last scripture say, woe be unto the scribes and the Pharisees.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This one right here says, woe be unto who?
Woe be unto the pastors.
Woe be unto the pastors. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're in the Christian church or whether you're a fake Israelite group calling yourself a bishop, a deacon, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the hell, you know what I'm saying, you are. You know what I'm saying? Woe be unto the pastors, read.
That destroyed and scattered the sheep of my pasture.
That do what?
That destroyed and shattered the sheep. Scattered the sheep of my pasture.
Saith the Lord. The Lord is saying destruction is going to come to these pastors and whoever else is leading who are scattering the sheep.
That's right.
Destruction is going to come to you.
That's right.
Because you are taking the sheep and you leading them one way and the Lord is trying to take them another way.
That's right.
And if you're not on the same page as the Lord, then you're in the way. What do you think the Lord is going to do? You think he's just going to give you a pass? The Lord said, woe.
Right.
The Lord is going to destroy you for being in his way.
That's right.
The Lord already has this plan mapped out. You know, he already got the route mapped out, where we going. And if you're not in tune with that, if you're not aligned in alliance, you know what I'm saying, with the Most High,
right,
destruction is coming to you. Go ahead, priest.
Oh, Allah, you already brought it up.
No, okay, no sweat. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, with what you were saying, that precept, I'm gonna paraphrase, if you're not gathering, then you're scattering the flock, what I'm saying? And if you're not gathering, if you're not on Christ's page, then you're against Christ.
Damn
you know what I'm saying? With that's everybody.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not with me, you against me, right?
Damn right.
That's it.
That's all you had, right?
Yeah, that's all.
Most of Christ, you got that 1 Corinthians 14:23?
Conflict.
Bring that out for me about yourself.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 23. If therefore the whole church be come together into one place, and all speak with tongues, and there come in those that are unlearned or unbelievers, will they not say that ye are mad? Listen,
when the Christians lead the Christian church, they should come to one place.
Good enough.
One place. And that is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Right. A Christian should not have to know that the Christian church is not the way, is not the truth, is not of the Lord, come out of the Christian church, learn they're an Israelite, and have to search through all, all these different Israelite groups to find the truth. When Christians leave the Christian church, they're supposed to come home. They are supposed to come into the truth. And like this precept says, if you're all speaking, something different, well then someone who's unlearned or someone who is not, is unbelieved, they're going to say, I don't know what the hell they talking about. These people crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because now you're over there teaching that women can't wear pants. Now you're over here teaching that, a man can only have one wife.
Right.
Now you're over here teaching that white people can come into the congregation. You teaching all these different things, and someone that just came out of the Christian church, they looking at like, well, where the hell am I supposed to go?
Right.
How are they supposed to find the truth if they got to sift through all this nonsense?
Right.
That's right.
They could have stayed in the Christian church for that.
Right.
Continue reading that.
We can go to verse 24.
Come on.
Verse 24. But if all prophesy, and there come in one that believeth not, or one unlearned, he is convinced of all. He is judged of all.
Read 25. Let me see. Hold on. Okay.
25.
Yeah, read 25 for me, bro. Shalaki, let me read.
No, you read 26.
I'm gonna let him go to it though. Go ahead and go get 25.
Verse 25. And thus are the secrets of his heart made manifest. And so falling down on his face, he will worship God and report that God is in you of a truth.
Now, this is what I want to touch on right here. Read 26 for me, though.
Verse 26. How is it then, brethren, when ye come together, every one of you hath a song, hath a doctrine, hath a tongue?
So it says, then how is it, brethren, what I'm saying, if every one of you, what I'm saying, got a different song, y'all singing a different tune, y'all teaching a different doctrine, right. What I'm saying? How is it, what I'm saying? Continue reading.
Hath a revelation.
Have a different revelation. You're seeing different things. You're teaching different things. How could it be? Read.
Damn. Hath an interpretation.
You got a different interpretation. You saying that you're on one accord. You're saying that you all believe in the same thing. You're all saying that, what I'm saying, that you're in the truth. But if you're singing a different song, all of y'all singing a different song. All of y'all teaching a different doctrine. Right. All of y'all got a different revelation. All of y'all got these different things, read.
Let all things be done unto edifying.
Let everything be done unto edifying. 27.
Verse 27. If any man speak in an unknown tongue, let it be by two, or at the most by three, and that by course.
So like, you can drop that. The point, what I'm saying, like we wanted to make it, if someone that is coming, again, I'm going to just use the analogy of the Christian church. If somebody's coming out of the Christian church and you're teaching all these different things, how the hell are they going to believe, what I'm saying, believe that, what I'm saying, they're the chosen people of God.
Right.
Believe that they're an Israelite and believe what they're supposed to do. But if you're teaching the same thing, if you're on one accord, if you're teaching the same doctrine, if you're, what I'm saying, joined perfectly together in the mind, well, then that person is going to come out to Christian church and say, this is the truth.
Right.
This is the truth.
That's right. That's right.
You can't come, what I'm saying, you can't be, listen, you can't scatter the, you can't say that you're in the truth. You can't say that you love the Lord if you are scattering the flock.
Right.
Your job is to bring the flock together.
Right.
Alright? Let me get
It's like if I could, if I could make a parallel, like that's why we leave the Christian church, you know what I'm saying? Like we go up in there and like it says, you know what I'm saying, each pastor is, prophesying a different, they got a different, they prophesying differently. They breaking down the scriptures according to what the scriptures don't say. They're saying the law is done away with, but the scriptures say that, the law is not done away with.
Right.
And then they doing all these crazy dances and doing all these crazy mumbo jumbo, what they call it in the Christian?
Catching the Holy Ghost.
Yeah, catching the Holy Ghost, speaking in tongues. You know what I'm saying? Like we looking at them like they crazy. So brothers and sisters coming out the Christian church looking for the truth, and then how much more, how you think they looking at, these other, what I'm saying, if we not one body, if we not, what I'm saying, like we speaking a different type of Hebrew, we arguing about, what I'm saying, breakdowns when it's clear what it says, what I'm saying, they're going to be looking at us the same way if we not one body. So that's why, like that's just to your point, so Swati.
No, damn right. Go ahead, priest.
If I could, to touch on what both of you priests brought out, man, like, and that's the thing, like, nobody can learn what the truth is if everybody is lying. That's right. That's like finding a needle in a haystack. And that's why we stay so diligent right here in the Isupk to make that needle into a sword and make that sword into what they call it, a great sword. Whatever, however big you gotta be so you can find it, man. And you can figure out what the difference is. Because y'all come out of the Christian church and find some cat selling you a snake oil, saying that you can love everybody, hopping and hollering and catching the Holy Ghost, and you figure out by some mean or manner that that's fake, that what he's selling you is a lie. And now you go out and you figure out you're Israelite. You figure out that, Jesus Christ is black. You figure out that, you know, that you're a chosen seed of God, and those are the only people who are going to rule the earth when Christ comes back. But you land yourself in a fake Israel, or you land yourself in an Israelite group that loves, that says that, you know, that kisses and invites, you know, white people or Edomites into Passover. Or you land yourself into an Israelite group that says women can't wear pants, or you land yourself into a homosexual Israelite group, or whatever the case might be, man. That's the evil and the dishonesty that our people perpetuate in this community that we gotta stop. You gotta figure out that you're following your own lusts. Talking to the leaders of the black community, the leaders from the Christian Catholic leaders all the way down to the Israelite, the Israelite group leaders, Israelite camp leaders. Y'all are not being brotherly, man. Y'all are destroying the flock of Christ for your own lusts, for your own greed and your own gain. How about you let those brothers honestly, earnestly follow Christ? Earnestly follow Christ like they want to, man. Earnestly seek after the Lord instead of following after you, following after your lusts, thinking that they're serving God. Salakia,
No, go ahead, preach the water.
Nah, just real quick. So, like, really, it's not even necessarily about, because Christ don't want everybody, right? We know that Christ don't necessarily want everybody. So what they're doing is not for them to honestly follow Christ. It's to give the option of life or death and make it clear. You know what I'm saying? Because what you're doing is it's like you're giving a way out. Like the Lord is a man of war. Christ is coming back to kill. You know what I'm saying? To destroy this place. But we want to make Christ like how they gave us Santa Claus. You know what I'm saying? Right. To give us some image of something that's going to be a friendly encounter. Like, Christ doesn't really hate the Edomites. You know what I'm saying? Christ, the Lord don't want you to hate Esau. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be our servants. We're going to be talking to them in the houses. Like they try to dilute it when really what you need is a choice. Do you want to drink this Kool-Aid or do you want this strong? Do you want this straight liquor with no mingle, not this margarita? A margarita is easy to drink. Right. It's easy to drink. You know what I'm saying? It don't hurt when you drink it. It's sweet. But if you got to drink some strong, straight, it's going to hit you as soon as it hits your mouth, and you're going to decide right then and there if you ever going to drink that ever again in life. When I take another cup of this, yes. Oh, this is serious. Right. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna get me. What's the name of this? What's this bottle? Where'd you get this from?
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Or it's what the hell is this? But what they doing is, man, they mixing it. They're diluting it all the way. So like people are getting a little taste of it, and they feel like, okay, this is it. I can drink this.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when Christ comes, it's gonna be. That's why I say the tribes of the earth are gonna mourn when they see him. Because it's going to be so terrifying and so horrible because they thought they was going to Six Flags, man. You understand? Right. And what they was coming for was the day of the Lord, man. A dark and gloomy day, man. Right. And a terrible power.
That's right. That's right.
And what the priest was bringing out, you know what I'm saying, is heavy because, like he says, these other groups are diluting everything, you know what I'm saying? That's why you have a sister who wants to, come into the truth, and she sees the Isupk, and she says, well, y'all believe in multiple wives, I ain't down with that. So she go, you know what I'm saying, with another fake Israelite group that don't believe in multiple wives, you know what I'm saying, because she's like, well, I'm going to go here because they don't believe in multiple wives. When she's not getting a strong drink, she's drinking the margarita. Right. She's getting the diluted version. Right. Because the scriptures say a man can have more than one wife. But she doesn't want that strong drink. She don't want the truth. She gonna go with the margarita and the diluted truth because that's what makes her. It's pleasant for her. You know what I'm saying? Right. These brothers, you know what I'm saying? They don't come over here, you know what I'm saying, into the Isupk because they see, you know what I'm saying, how hardcore we are. You know what I'm saying? And it's some things that, like I say, we won't accept. But they'll go to the other group that accepts the white women. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the margarita. You know what I'm saying? Right. They can go, you know what I'm saying, to that other group because, again, it's diluted down. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Damn right.
We don't allow, you know what I'm saying, no Edomites in this congregation.
Damn
right.
right.
Is going to forego the truth and go over the truth, you know what I'm saying, to touch them. Go ahead, priest. I know y'all.
Nah, just real quick, back to the scripture that you pulled out about being perfectly joined. Right. You know, Matthew 5:48, Christ said, you know, be ye perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect. That perfectly joined that perfectly is the standard in the Isupk in the body of Christ is perfection. And they don't want to be perfect, man. Because, like, listen, man, what you consistently hear people say, whether they Christians, you know what I'm saying, in the world, fake Israelites is, ain't nobody perfect.
Right.
In the Isupk, it's no excuses.
Right.
That's a whole different motto. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different creed. Ain't no excuses. We demand perfection in here. That when you come into these doors, it's perfection. And listen, that whether it's the women or the men, you know what I'm saying, male or female, all are one in Christ, and Christ was perfect. So the standard of perfection is the scriptures. We're not adding to or taking away. What it says, it says. If a man have 2 wives, right, or the Lord gave his order, he set the men over captains and officers over what, hundreds, 50s. You know what I'm saying? In this school, as a black man, you have to say con with one con, sir, yes sir, to another black man, to a man that's greater than you. You have to acknowledge that the man above you is greater than you. You understand? And niggas don't want to do that. Yeah. Niggas don't want to follow niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially the tribe of Judah, man. Every nigga in the tribe of Judah feel like he his own king. He got his own kingdom. You know what I'm saying? But in this truth, you have to humble yourself and follow orders, man. So that's the standard of perfection. Serving your brother, humbling yourself to your brother, and putting on that cloak of humility and submitting yourselves one to another, man. They don't want to have that. They don't want to be perfectly joined because they don't want to be perfect.
Right. Wow. And just to touch on what this brother said, you know, like he said, you know, we as men, you know what I'm saying, in this school, we have to take orders. So you sisters, when y'all come to school, y'all damn sure gonna take orders, you know what I'm saying? Right. If we gotta take them, then y'all gotta take them. Right. And it says, you know, Christ is the head of the man, and the man is the head of the woman. Right. You understand? So I just wanted to bring that out too, because it's a lot of that, you know, them women, you know, they get that spirit on. Ain't no man telling me what to do. Right. Or, you know, I ain't following no man that ain't, you know, righteous or doing this and doing this. Listen, Christ said, you know, the head of a woman is a man. You know what I'm saying? So if you decide you want to lay down with a man, you have decided that is the man that is going to give you your orders. That is the man that you are going to follow. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't make that decision. You made that decision. We can't take nothing from you. You know what I'm saying? You have to humble yourself and give that to a man. So that decision, you know what I'm saying, is on you as well. Right. You wanted to say something, priest, before I keep moving?
Nah. I'll pass on it.
I got something to say real quick.
Let me get Ephesians 4:1. Go ahead, priest.
Just real quick to water. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't respect the brotherhood, you're a traitor. You know what I'm saying? You're a traitor because you are going against the law of the Lord. Right. You know what I'm saying? You're going to find yourself, when the time when Christ come, you're going to try to find yourself like them air doing on their plane, trying to catch it. No damn well you're going to fall off that damn wing. You know what I'm saying? You're going to try to catch it because you know damn right. You know damn right what you did when you been a traitor. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like
real talk.
No sweat. I gave you Ephesians 4:1. Let me get that with you.
Hey, priest. They said they thought they could fly. I believe I could fly on
that. Listen. They feared the Taliban so much that they tried to jump on a moving plane. and all common sense went out the window, because when you get to a certain height, you can't survive. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Real shit.
Like, you can't survive.
But the Salah, if I could, but the scriptures say that when Christ come back, it said that many are going to seek death and not be able to find it, because having to be confronted with your treachery, right? With you betraying the brotherhood and betraying your people and betraying Christ, and knowing that people told you what to do, and having to be confronted with that judgment and then have to deal with it. Listen, man, you know, a lot of times, man, people aren't necessarily afraid of physical, like, violence. They're afraid of being confronted with who they are, man, in front of everybody else and being called out in front of everybody, man. That's why, like, you ever notice when people commit certain crimes, they have the strength to do the crime, right, the violence, but when it's time to give an account, they blow their own brains out. They end their lives. They try to seek death because to them, the death that they're going to experience, to have someone sit there and call you out on your wickedness is worse. It's because you're alive and you're dying. Wow. It's like you're alive and you're experiencing like a living death. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So for them, it was like, yeah, the plane, if I die on the plane, at least I ain't dying at the hands of my brothers who I knew I betrayed. Right. You know what I'm saying? Who I sided with the devil against my own people. Yeah, man, having to live with that.
And like, what's the number one thing people say? Only God could judge me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to bring out what the priest, you know what I'm saying, brought out that Kev, you know, that's not in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a Tupac song. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So what he brought out is, you know what I'm saying, they afraid, you know, they are afraid of being called out, you know what I'm saying? So they try to judge, you know what I'm saying? They try to take themselves up out the game, you know what I'm saying? They try to take themselves up out of it, you know, so they don't have to deal with what's going on.
She's trying to put himself on the bench.
Right. Read that for me, Baba Bashar, Ephesians 4:1.
He do not got wings at all.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 1. I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called.
So this is saying, you know what I'm saying, like we need to be walking worthy, you know what I'm saying, of being called, you know what I'm saying? Like we was called into this truth, you know what I'm saying? Like we need to be, you know what I'm saying, worthy of being in this truth, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like we was bringing out, you know, the foundation, you know, of this truth, you know what I'm saying, is brotherhood, you know what I'm saying? Right. So we got to make sure, you know, that we worthy, and part of the, you know, the way that we make sure we worthy is we make sure that we are continuously being a brother, you know what I'm saying? Continuously being a sister,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Because once we're out of the spirit of brotherhood, we're out of the spirit of Christ.
Right.
You are no longer walking in the spirit if you are not in the spirit of brotherhood. Read.
Verse 2. With all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love.
In what?
In love.
In what?
In love.
Forbearing one another in love. This is the only way, you know what I'm saying, that Christ is going to return. Is that the nation of Israel comes back and starts to love one another. Because right now, you know what I'm saying, yeah, we got an uphill battle, you know what I'm saying, but it's going to happen.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You got, you know, Chicago, like you getting hundreds of shootings a weekend. Man, it's a lot. You're like, didn't I just read a couple of 600 or something, you know what I'm saying, shootings? That's not us loving one another.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And every, you know what I'm saying, city you go to, you know what I'm saying, we still have the crab in a bucket mentality.
Right.
We don't give a damn about the ones, you know what I'm saying, that's up there. We're going to try to pull the one up, down, you know what I'm saying, to get up.
Right.
And that thinking is so twisted because that brother that's up can pull you up.
Right.
But instead of you know what I'm saying, but instead of that brother willing to pull you up and you willing to have that brother pull you up, y'all are willing to go at it, you know what I'm saying? You're willing to kick him down and you're willing to, so like you're willing to pull him down and he's willing to kick you down, you know what I'm saying? But it says, you know what I'm saying, that we should be forbearing one another in love.
Right.
So let's try that.
Right.
Because hating one another is not working.
That's right.
Hating one another is us doing the job of the enemy.
That's right. Right.
The enemy ain't got to put in full-time work. He ain't got to put in full-time work because we are doing his job for him. We're doing the job for our enemies.
Damn.
Right.
By hating one another.
That's right.
Keep reading that.
Verse 3. Endeavoring to keep the unity.
To keep what?
The unity.
The what?
The unity.
The unity. Ain't that what we've been speaking about all day? The unity. Right. Alliance. Right. You know what I'm saying? Joining together.
Right.
Read.
Of the spirit in the bond of peace.
Spirit in the bond of peace. Well, we're going to be, you know what I'm saying, in that spirit, you know what I'm saying, of coming together in peace.
That's right.
That's why the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge has been here since 1969.
Right.
That's why you see, you know what I'm saying, that the Lord is with us. Regardless of what y'all say, regardless of, you know, all the negative comments, y'all cannot look at us and tell us that the Lord is not with us.
Right.
Why? because we're coming together, you know what I'm saying, in brotherhood, in love, you know what I'm saying? In the spirit, in the bond of peace. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to worry about my brother doing nothing to me. Don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? This is not, you know what I'm saying, a fairy tale where everything is perfect.
Right.
We might have disagreements, but we damn sure know how to handle those disagreements.
That's right.
Not according to us, not according to what we think, but according to knowledge of these scriptures.
Right.
The knowledge of the scriptures tell us how to handle any disagreement that we might have.
Right.
Because again, you know what I'm saying, there's too many people that are against us, you know what I'm saying, for us to be against one another.
Right.
What the scriptures say, you know, that all the nations have came together with one consent that the name of Israel be no more.
Right.
We already know all of them are against us. So why the hell are we still looking for love in all the wrong places?
Right.
There's only one place that our love is going to come from, and that's from each other. That's the only place our love is going to come from. But again, we got to be perfectly joined in the same mind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got to be, you know what I'm saying, on one accord. You know what I'm saying? We all got to be in the same spirit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the spirit of brotherhood.
That's right.
Right.
Verse 4. There is one body.
There's one body. And Israel is not the body. The scribes and Pharisees were Israelites.
Right.
They were not part of the body of Christ.
That's right.
There's many Israelites. That does not mean that they are the body. There's one body. And that body is the body that is following Christ.
That's right.
And if you out here teaching all these different doctrines, causing divisions, you know what I'm saying, not perfectly joined, you know what I'm saying, in the same mind, then you are not in that one body.
That's right.
And I know y'all keep hearing us say it over and over, and y'all might not. The Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge is the one body.
That's right.
Why? Because there is no division among us.
That's right.
We are all teaching the same thing. We are all perfectly joined in the same mind. And we can't say that about these other groups. We can't say that about the Christian church. You can have, 15 different Baptist churches, and they teaching different things.
Right.
You can have 100 different Israelite groups out here, and they all teaching the different things.
Right.
How can they be one body if they're teaching different things? How can you be one body if you're having a unity camp teaching different doctrines, believing in different doctrines? How is that one body?
Right.
How many bodies are there?
There is one body.
One body. Read.
And one spirit.
One spirit. Read.
Even as ye are called in one hope of your calling.
One. That's it. It's just one.
One body, one West.
One body, one West.
That's
Right.
it. That's it.
Everybody can come home, or everybody can, be thrust through.
Right.
Join hand in hand. I don't care if you join hand in hand with an Edomite, or if you join hand in hand, with another fake Israelite brother. I don't care who you join hand in hand with. If you're not in that body of Christ, if you're not in the spirit of Christ, then you're not in that one body.
Right.
Read.
Verse 5. One Lord.
One Lord.
One faith.
One faith.
One baptism.
And one baptism. There's only one.
Man.
There's not 50 different, camps. There's not 50 different faiths, 50 different baptisms,
That's
50 different spirits,
Right.
There's only one.
Right.
Salaki, can anybody tell me where this truth started?
Salaki.
Can anybody tell me where the truth started?
All New York, 1969.
One West,
Right.
125th Street, Harlem, New York.
Right.
If that's not where you at now, you're not in the truth.
That's
Right.
Go ahead, please.
But Salakia, and that's like just to that point right there, like that's why it sickens all these other fake Israelite groups when we say we one West, you not one West. You know what I'm saying? Like this is you ain't if you not and if you're not in the home of the truth, you're not in the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because this is where it started. 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the scripture say, one Lord, one faith, one baptism. You know what I'm saying? It's like it.
Look, I could have used to play for the Chicago Bulls, but if I left the Chicago Bulls and I played for the Lakers, am I a Chicago Bull?
Right.
I'm not a Chicago Bull no more.
Look, Salaki. That's like you used to be a Chicago Bull before Michael got on the team. Michael get 5 rings, and you're like, I used to be a Chicago Bull too.
Right.
You in the club talking about, yeah, I used to be down with them bros too. Right. Yeah, I used to play with them and all that. Yeah, I knew all the plays in the what they call them, the routes they used to run on the court. I knew all of that. I knew all of that, mama. Right. And that's clout chasing.
Right.
That's clout chasing. That's not brotherhood, man. Brotherhood is putting your pettiness and your pride aside, man, for the mission, for your brothers, man, for your people, man. That's what brotherhood is. Christ died for your pettiness, man. Christ died for you to have the opportunity to be a petty pile of garbage, man. And that's how much he loved the brotherhood. That's how much he loved his people, man. Can you match him? You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all smoke weed. Can y'all match? Can y'all match? Yeah. Christ got this much brotherhood. Do you got this much brotherhood? Right. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? Christ went his whole life without a wife. Look, ever since I came into the Isupk, I was like, I need a wife. So like, I don't need a lot of things. I need this much food, this much water. I need one wife at least. You know what I'm saying? Salaki. Christ said, I'll go my whole life, no wife. Right. So, to make sure I get this done for your black ass. For your black ass. Damn. You gonna match? Damn. You gonna match? It's brotherhood. It's brotherhood. Hey, it's brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? It's brother. Salaki, free. Salaki.
What do you do? What they do when you can't match?
Nigga, you can't smoke. You can't smoke. Hey, bro, you can't match. You can't. Hey, Salaki. What the brother's bringing out is heavy.
Yeah, no sweat.
And that's what it is.
Let me get verse 6.
Verse 6. One God and Father of all, who is above all, and through all, and in you all.
So there it is, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
There it is, right there. You know what I'm saying? Like this brotherhood, you know, so like Cap say, you know what I'm saying? You know, Cap brought out, I think he said, so I don't misquote him. He said brotherhood is a lifestyle, not a catchphrase.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like we live this. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not just talking about, you know, we love our brother, we'll sacrifice for our brother, long suffer with our brother, endure for our brother. You know what I'm saying? Like this is our lifestyle now. You know what I'm saying? Like this is who we are. It's not on us, it's in us. You understand? Mm-hmm. Because we have an obligation, first and foremost, to the Lord. And then, you know, we can't say that we haven't had an example.
Right.
Christ walked this earth, you know what I'm saying, and was perfect. Mm-hmm. And was perfect.
That's right.
So all that Christian, you know, church, you know, job about we can't be perfect. Well, Christ was perfect. You know what I'm saying? Enoch, wasn't Enoch, you know what I'm saying? Called
many brothers.
Many brothers, you know what I'm saying, were,
you know what I'm saying,
perfect in the eyes of the Lord.
That's right.
Does perfect mean that you don't fall? Does perfect mean that you won't mess up? No, that's not what perfect means. Perfect means is if you fall, you get back up. You get back on that horse, you know what I'm saying, and you keep striving, you know what I'm saying? You might not fall today, you might have been perfect today. Tomorrow come, you know what I'm saying, you might, you know what I'm saying, stumble. So what are you going to do? Are you going to stay, you know what I'm saying, with your face on the ground? Or the next day you're going to get up and be perfect again? All right?
That's right.
Let me get I just wanted, you know what I'm saying, just really just like, like what can be accomplished, you know what I'm saying, when brothers, you know what I'm saying, come together in unity, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the possibilities, you know what I'm saying, are endless.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying, if we come together, you know. I mean, by no means am I advocating, but look what the Taliban just did, you know what I'm saying?
Them boys waited.
Taliban, you know what I'm saying, came together and took over a country, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's our job to come over and take over a country, but what I'm saying is, if we get together in unity and do what the Lord tells us to do, we get the whole world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Christ tells us we're going to rule the whole world. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Our oppressors, you know what I'm saying, we you know become, you know what I'm saying, the oppressed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we are now above, you know what I'm saying, our oppressors.
Right.
Now, you know what I'm saying, we are above our enemies. Now we, like I said, you know, we are in rulership. Not of just, you know, America, not just, you know what I'm saying, maybe, you know, Asia. Like when we get ourselves together and we all, you know what I'm saying, come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, and we get together in unity, you know what I'm saying, the world is ours.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. But, you know, we can't see, you know what I'm saying, what's the saying? We can't see, you know, past the forest through the trees. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like we can't see the end game, you know? So we are willing to, you know, we are willing to transgress our brothers, you know what I'm saying, for right now. You know what I'm saying? Like we are willing to, you know, rape, rob, murder, steal, you know what I'm saying, from our kinsmen. You know what I'm saying? We are willing to do all of that for right now.
Right.
When if we just love one another, our enemies, you know, we don't even have to destroy our enemies. We love one another, our enemies are going to destroy themselves.
Right.
That's right.
Go ahead, priest.
Salakia, priest. And what you're bringing up is so heavy, because if we just come together, man, we could accomplish everything. Right now, we're divided and we're set apart in every scenario. We're conscious, we're Christian, we're Catholic, we're spiritual and things like that. And with all these ideas, we can't even get our people off of crack.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can't even get out of, you know, the ghetto, whatever you want to call it, you know, poverty.
Right.
You know, perpetual generational poverty.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? That's because we won't come together with our people. We want to throw our resources and our love and our energy into all these other nations and other ideas that have never benefited our people.
Right.
Like the conscious community is an idea that came from Egypt, which put blacks and Hispanics in slavery.
Right.
And now we throw our energy. When you're a Christian and a Catholic, we throw it into the New Egypt, into Babylon, you know, Mystery Babylon, and that's just another place that throws us into Egypt. When really the idea isn't getting with everybody, but getting with your own. You know, getting with your people, getting with your brothers and sisters, and getting one mind, getting into one understanding. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's heavy because, you know, if we can come together in unity, we can keep the drugs out of our communities, you know?
Right.
We can keep the guns out of our communities. We can keep abortion clinics out of our communities.
Right.
You know, just coming together in unity, you know, we can stop all of that.
Right.
We're not trying to take nothing by force.
Right.
That's not our job. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said vengeance is His.
Right.
It's not our job to go out here and try to, you know, gather up arms and try to take over, you know what I'm saying, this place. That's not our job. Our job is to love one another. And loving one another, I'm not going to sell you no more drugs.
Right.
And then I'm not going to buy drugs from the ones that's trying to give me the drugs to sell you.
That's right. That's right.
I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying, give, you know, this woman after laying with her and she comes to tell me she's pregnant. I'm not going to give her money to abort that baby. And then I'm going to sit down and give her counsel, you know what I'm saying, and tell her she's not going to abort that baby.
Right.
If the abortion clinics ain't got nobody going to the abortion clinic, then they got to close down.
That's right.
It's just, you know, it's just the power that we have.
That's right.
You know, just coming together
That's right.
in unity.
All right.
I mean, look at how much buying power that we have, our dollars, you know. We can shut our enemies down economically by keeping the dollar within us.
Right.
And can't nobody tell me that it can't be done. How many years were we removed from slavery before we had Black Wall Street and the other, you know what I'm saying, in the other cities? You know, where we had our own stores,
it was like
own transportation systems.
It was like a generation or two, 10 or 20 years.
10 or 20 years out of slavery.
Right. That's right.
And we start building up our own.
Slack, if I could just add to that. Like, just on top of that, I believe the statistic, you know what I'm saying? Like, black people make only about, like, the average family makes only about 7,000 or 7,000 a month.
17,000.
17,000 a year. And, like, as opposed to, you know, our oppressor making almost 10 times as much as we do. But we also make up a larger population of the, you know what I'm saying, the economy as far as the people who are consuming and buying.
Right.
So just to your point, you know what I'm saying, like that's absolutely correct.
Damn right. Me and this brother right here, you know, Priest Tawazar, we was watching a movie. I think it was what was it called?
I don't know, like Negroes in Outer Space. I don't know.
Negroes in Outer Space.
I can't remember what the name of the film was, you know, but they were. Okay, so it was that some aliens came and they wanted to take black people, you know what I'm saying, to another country. You know what I'm saying? And the white people, they're like, hey, well, let's get rid of them. Hey, let's sit them on, right? But then they had a council and they started to say, well, if we send them to another country, who's going to buy our liquor?
Right.
Who's going to buy our clothes?
Cadillacs.
Who's going to buy our Cadillacs? Who is going to buy all of these things that this society thrives off of?
Right. Right.
Who is going to buy all these things that makes this society what it is?
Right.
And even your oppressor, he knows that it's you who has this country running.
Right.
That it's you that makes this country thrive. They know that they cannot survive without you. And that's just so heavy because, you know, if we would just, again, take our own money, you know what I'm saying? Keep it within our own nation. You know what? Instead of trying to be like the white man, let's try to be like the Chinese man. Let's try to be like him. You know why? Because they take their dollars and they keep their dollars.
Right.
They spend their dollars, I'm going to get to you one second. They spend their dollars between each other. You understand? They help one another out. You have 5 families living in one house so they can stack their bread so they can go out and buy a house separately for their own families.
Right.
That's unity. That's love for one another.
Right.
Why don't we do that?
Right.
But because you know of slavery, you know what I'm saying, because of Stockholm syndrome, because of systematic oppression, you know what I'm saying, we can't see that. We can't fathom that. We can't think of having a little Israel, you know, a little, you know what I'm saying, a little Jerusalem, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they got, you know, little Italy.
Right.
Like they got, you know what I'm saying, what's that? Chinatown. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we can't fathom those type of things. So what we do is we try to integrate with our oppressor. Long as we can be like them and long as we can take the crumbs off of their table, we cool. Listen, we're not fighting to be equal, you know, we're fighting for rulership.
Right.
We are not the same.
Right.
No, we are trying to wake up our people because we want to rule the world. We're tired of being oppressed. We're tired of, you know, going in and out of slavery.
Right.
We're tired. So what we're doing is, you know what I'm saying, we're coming back to our culture. We're coming back to our heritage.
That's
We're keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. So we can, one, because that's what we're commanded to, you know, to do by our Creator. 2, so we can get what's promised by our Creator.
Right.
The Lord is not coming back to save a nation who has no brotherhood.
Right.
The Lord is not waiting. We're not waiting on the Lord to come back. The Lord is waiting on us. The Lord is waiting on us You know what I'm saying? Give me Zephaniah 2:1. The Lord is waiting on us to come together. The Lord is waiting on us to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. He probably sitting up there itching, waiting to come and destroy this wicked place.
Right. That's right.
He probably sitting there on pins and needles on fire like, let me get him now. Father, let me get him now.
Sam Sigma got him.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's up there probably begging for the order.
Right.
But we sitting down here, you know what I'm saying, and can't, come together. So he can't. You know what I'm saying? Because let God be true and every man a liar. The scriptures say, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, we got to come together and start following these laws, statutes, and commandments for us to get what's promised to us.
Right.
You got that?
Come on.
Read that book yourself.
This is the book of Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
It tells the nation that's not desired to gather themselves together. We already know that in Psalms it says every nation has come together with one consent that the name of Israel be no more. Right. Israel is that nation that is not desired. The Lord is telling us to come together.
Right.
The Lord is telling us to love one another. The Lord is telling us to have an unmeasurable amount of brotherhood for one another.
Right.
Read.
Verse 2. Before the decree bring forth.
Slaggy, that was good enough for me. You know what I'm saying?
Like, if I could just add to that, like it's crazy, like, cause we can. It's like I missed my point.
I got them, sir.
Nah.
There's no sweat. I just want to bring something real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so heavy because we need to be together. Because we don't. We try to look for love from all the wrong places, like the priest brought out earlier.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like our brothers, most of our brothers that join the military. Right. That's what they need to do. That's what they need to do to be a good man. That's what they need to do to serve a country that never loved them. Right. That's what's happening. You know what I'm saying? They pull American troops out of Afghanistan. So all the brothers that been there got their legs blown off. Like the general said yesterday, got their private part blown off. You know what I'm saying? Like all that stuff is in vain for them brothers, man. For fighting for a country that never loved them brothers since we got here, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That rehearsed. And we feel it, and Israelites still present now. We feel that pain, man, because we think that, you know what I'm saying? Like this white man, he's just a devil. He got our brothers out there fighting for him.
Right.
Fighting for the liberation of America. Well, America don't liberate you.
Fighting for the liberation of their enemies.
Damn. Right.
Because their enemies get liberated, you know what I'm saying? And then
exactly.
We still get oppressed.
Exactly.
And then and he's such of a devil, you know what I'm saying? He'll still oppress us and then, get mad when we don't stand, for a national anthem that oppresses us.
Right. Damn.
Good night.
Our enemy is telling us you better accept being oppressed and you better like it.
Right.
You better stand for this national anthem, even though it talks about, you know what I'm saying, the hiring of slaves.
Right.
Even though it talks about, you know what I'm saying, you being oppressed, you still better stand for it.
Right.
Because this is our country. And you fight for that.
Damn.
You are fighting for your enemy to oppress you.
Right.
Good night.
Who fights, you know what I'm saying? Like, that don't really make no sense.
Right.
Go ahead, priest.
Well, so like, if I could, like you said earlier, we can't fathom having a little Israel, like there's a little China, a little Italy, you know what I'm saying? We can't fathom having a little Israel because we fighting for a little Raheem Jenkins. We fighting for a little whoever, we fighting for a little me. You know what I'm saying? Trying to build our little personal little kingdom and trying to keep everybody else out. So we can't fathom having an entire nation, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like that's all I want to bring up.
Listen, I had pulled up this blog, because I had a question again. What can be accomplished in unity? Read that for me, just to touch on what you just said. There's power in unity.
There is power in unity. We can only accomplish so much on our own.
We can only accomplish so much on our own, just like the brother, just brought out.
Right.
We trying to, do our own thing, you know what I'm saying, and try to have as much as we can, you know what I'm saying? But there's only so much. that we can do on our own. If you just one man going up against a whole, you know what I'm saying, military of a country, what do you think? What do you think is going to happen, Salaki? You're going to get blown away like that. I mean, like, there is no competition. Like, there is no fight.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But again, if we all come together as one, you know what I'm saying, when that military come, we ain't even got to, you know what I'm saying, be threatening no violence or nothing.
Right.
You know, the scriptures say Israel is as the sand of the sea.
Right.
They couldn't, listen, they could have everything that they want. They still couldn't, you know what I'm saying, match our manpower.
Right.
If we just come together, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Keep reading that for me.
Right.
But together we can create a movement that brings tangible change and creates a future of hope.
But together we can create a movement that brings tangible change and creates a future of hope. And that coming together and is, like Zephaniah say, that change that we're going to bring is Christ returning.
Right. Right.
Is the kingdom of heaven, Salaki, is this world being done away with so the new world can come.
Right.
You got your own world. It's here. You have it. But you just don't want Christ to place it right here.
Right.
You still want this old world of your enemies, of oppression.
Right.
Right.
Why would you fight or continue to fight for a world that's already done away with? This world is finished.
Right.
We already read the 5 factors at the beginning of the class, you know what I'm saying, of a society, you know what I'm saying, that's done away with, the collapse of a society. The great, you know what I'm saying, one of the greatest, you know what I'm saying, kingdoms was Rome.
Right.
Greece, you know what I'm saying, Persia, you know what I'm saying, all these great, you know what I'm saying, kingdoms fell.
Right.
And y'all think that America is not going to fall. America is going to fall, and you should want America to fall.
That's
Why?
right.
Because when America falls, your kingdom is next.
That's
Right.
So you're going to continue to fight for a kingdom that's already finished?
Right.
Again, it's done.
Right.
It's done. The bow, you know what I'm saying, has already left, the arrow has already left the bow.
Right.
Damn.
The bullet has already left the gun.
Right.
We just waiting on the body to drop.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
And your kingdom is up next. Are you going to fight for this kingdom that's already finished? Or are you going to fight for your kingdom that's to come?
Right.
Go ahead, please.
It's like, if I could just briefly, like, just to your point, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you fight for yourself, you are going to be the discouragement of your people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at the Marcus Garvey, Hugh Newton, Bobby Seale, and the Black Panthers, you know what I'm saying? We see how they ended. You know what I'm saying? We look at Martin Luther King. We look at what's the brother name? Malcolm X. All these so-called black leaders. You know what I'm saying? We see how they ended, and they are the discouragement of our people. You know what I'm saying? So for you to be coming against, you singularly coming against an entire nation who has been established with your own, you know what I'm saying, ways of moving and thinking, you are going to be overwhelmed and you are going to ultimately fall, and then your fall is going to discourage other brothers. You know what I'm saying? Not only is what you had to offer your nation as a whole, not only are you going to be destroyed and what you had to offer, but all the brothers who would come behind you and would be inspired by what you had, they ain't even going to have the courage no more to manifest whatever kind of spirit that they had in them that could be used to build up their nation. So like for you to be fighting for yourself is more detrimental than your success or failure. You're destroying the people behind you who could come up behind you and could possibly contribute to their nation. Slack you.
Well, I mean, damn right. You know what I'm saying? That's heavy. You know, go ahead, please.
Yeah. To get right after preaching off the Calcazar, man, that's so true, because that's what every Christian does nowadays. They might not even call themselves Christians, whoever they are, you know, whether it be Hindi, Buddhists, or whatever the case might be. They say that they're fighting for their own pleasure, their own life, their own freedoms and happinesses. and they say that their fight is for everybody. Homosexuals say that as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that fight dies with them, man. We fight for something bigger than ourselves, man. We put our lives on the line for the generations that come after us, so like it. You know, the generations that come after us. And that's something that you know, brothers can and do respect, you know, some of the Panthers for, some of the NOI cats for, because they fought for black freedoms. And they talked about black oppressions. But now from Malcolm X, now we got you. You're a cat who smokes weed in his basement or his mama's basement, and you talking about how black people need to come out of oppression, bro. You are oppressed.
Right.
Your fight will die with you. You need to get with your brothers. You need to get with your brothers and strengthen yourself up, man. Gird your loins, as the Bible says, and get ready for the battle. Get ready for the fight that is life, to wake your people up and fight your demons, man. Fight the things that kill you and kill your community. You know what I'm saying? So like,
no sweat. You know, there's all these, you know, groups, you know, that have, you know, fought for us, and you know, all the men, you know what I'm saying, that have fought for us. You know what I'm saying? You can fight for whatever the hell you want, but if you're not fighting the way the Lord told you to fight, you know what I'm saying, that's all. You know, it's not going to work.
It's going the same way.
If you're not fighting the way the Lord told you to fight, it's not going to work.
That's right.
And the way the Lord told us to fight is to love one another.
Right.
He didn't tell us to go at our enemies. He didn't tell us to go get no guns.
Right.
He didn't tell us to, you know what I'm saying, to be aggressors.
Right.
He told us to love one another. And when we love one another, he's going to come and do the fighting for us.
That's right.
All we got to do is just, you know what I'm saying, grab some popcorn, you know, sit back and watch the show.
Right.
That's all we got to do. But we don't even want to do that. Let me get Hebrews 10 and 24, and we're going to get on up out of here.
It's the book of Hebrews chapter 10, verse 24. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love.
Provoke to anger.
To provoke unto love.
Provoke unto jealousy.
To provoke unto love.
Provoke unto hatred.
To provoke unto love.
Let us consider one another to provoke unto love.
And to good works.
And to good works. So if we're going to provoke each other, let us provoke each other to that.
Right.
Let's provoke each other to love. Let's provoke each other to do good towards one another. Read.
Verse 25. Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together.
Not forsaking coming together. Let's not provoke, you know what I'm saying, each other, you know what I'm saying, to be selfish. Let's not provoke each other, you know what I'm saying, to be all about ourselves. Read.
As the manner of some is, but exhorting one another.
But to lift up one another. Let's do that. Read.
And so much the more as ye see the day approaching.
Listen, man. It's inevitable of Christ's return. It's inevitable. Whether you believe it or don't believe it, it's going to happen. Just because you don't believe does not mean it's not going to happen. It's coming. So you're going to lift up, are we going to lift each other up? Are we going to love one another? Are we going to provoke each other to good works? That's what we need to be doing, because that day is coming. And we see that day approaching. How do we see that day approaching? The scriptures tell us, you know what I'm saying, to pay attention to the signs and the times. Everything that's going on in this world is not by coincidence. All the things that are happening, this is like when a movie comes on. You know what I'm saying? You got the beginning of the movie, you know what I'm saying? Then you got, you know, the middle of the movie where everything is happening. You know what I'm saying? This is the middle of the movie right here where everything is happening. Everything is going on, you know what I'm saying? Because the end of the movie is almost here. The end of the movie movie, you know what I'm saying, where the hero comes, you know what I'm saying, and in this case, where the hero comes and saves the Israelites from their oppression, from their oppressors, from their enemies, the end of that movie is coming.
Right.
It's coming. So, I mean, are you going to, you know, do what is required of you and what the Lord tells you to do? Or are you just going to sit back, you know, and just be content, you know, with living in sin? You know what I'm saying? Being content and loving your oppressor. You know, being content and continuing to fight for your oppressor to continuously oppress you. Are you going to be content with that? Anybody else got anything before we get up out of here? Everybody good? Alright, if don't nobody else have anything, you know what I'm saying, we're going to pass the class over to newly raised up, you know what I'm saying, priest and officer, you know what I'm saying, Kyle Kazat.
That's right.
You know, I don't have to, you know what I'm saying, Salakias and saying, hey priest, ain't no more Salakias.
These are the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, a teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and in Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Ma'ashara means tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, the free will offering for priests, is not mandatory. It's whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. We have the memorial of blowing of trumpets, the first day of the 7th month, Monday, the 6th of September, 2021. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 24 and 25. And I believe also we have the annual
cookout.
The regional cookout. Yeah, October 7th through the 10th in Houston, Texas.
That's right.
Remind Akim and Akwati to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And this concludes the ISBK security announcements.
Yeah, I'm right. Like the brother was bringing out, you know, it's coming up real fast. You know what I'm saying? Like we say, it's coming tomorrow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The 4th annual Houston Cookout. You know what I'm saying? October 7th through the 10th. You know, I don't care. You know, look, all blacks, all Hispanics, all native, you know, indigenous. You know what I'm saying? If you're from the 12 tribe of Israel, you're from the 12 tribes of Israel. Don't matter what tribe you're from. This is an invitation to you to come out, you know what I'm saying, and help celebrate with your brothers. You know?
Right.
That's right.
And with that, we're going to do a courtesy salute to the brothers. Amani, Mal Shabbat, Barak, Yahweh, Shemiyah, Shabbat, Gatah.
Sar.
Yazmatah. Sar, we're going to face the sisters, do a courtesy salute to the sisters. Mariam, Mal Shabbat, Barak, Yahweh, Shemiyah, Shemiyah, Rashad. Alright, with that. We're still on right now.
Yeah, you see on 68.